His Excellency Ataullah Tarar, Federal Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Excellencies, distinguished diplomats of Pakistan Ministry of Foreign Affairs, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, 10 years ago, on 15 July 2016, the Fethullah Gülen terrorist organization attempted to overthrow Turkey's democratically elected government, undermine the democracy and constitutional order, and subvert the will of the Turkish people. On that tragic night, the coup plotters targeted the very institutions of our state. They bombed the headquarters of the National Intelligence Organization, the headquarters of police, police special units, the General Staff headquarters, and state broadcaster Turkish radio and television, the Turksat satellite facilities. And you will not believe, they also attacked, bombed the presidential complex and the Turkish Grand National Assembly. At the time, I was serving as the Secretary General of the Turkish Parliament. That night we were about with the members of the Parliament, media people and the visitors, more than 500 people in the plenary session. That's the roof of the Parliament. When President Erdogan called on our people to take to the streets, declaring that Turkey can never be taken hostage, millions of citizens responded without hesitation. They courageously confronted the coup plotters and defended our democracy. More than 250 innocent people were martyred, and over 2,000 were injured while resisting the coup attempt. Today, we gather to honor the memory of our martyrs. Yesterday, we planted saplings at Ankara Park in Islamabad. The 15th July has become a lasting symbol of a triumph of democracy, national unity, and the unwavering resolve of Turkish people over those who sought to overthrow our democratically elected government. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Pakistani brothers and sisters. You stood by us a century ago during our war of salvation. You stood with us once again in the face of FETÖ coup attempt. Pakistan also officially designated FETÖ as a terrorist organization in December 2018. For this unwavering solidarity, Pakistan holds a very special place in our hearts, and it always will. We remain deeply grateful for your brotherhood, friendship, and support. My dear Pakistani brothers and sisters, you will never stay alone. You will never walk alone. We were together in past. Today we are together. Tomorrow also we will be together, inshallah. We will strengthen that brotherhood. Once again, I would like to thank you for being with us today. Türkiye, Pakistan, Baichara Zindabad. Thank you.
Information and broadcasting, please come on the stage for your speech.
Honorable Excellency Dr. Irfan Neziroğlu, Honorable Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Honorable Excellencies Ambassadors, I am truly privileged to be addressing this ceremony today, as 10 years have passed when the Turkish nation stood brave, stood courageous, and stood resilient in the face of adversity. This day tells us of what the power of the people can achieve. This day tells us that when nations choose their destiny to be a destiny of strength, of prosperity and progress, they can achieve wonders. And no force can subdue them or subjugate them. Pakistan and Türkiye, as His Excellency rightly mentioned, enjoy a relationship which goes beyond the creation of Pakistan. Our forefathers stood shoulder to shoulder with their Turkish brethren during their war of salvation. And I remember my grandmother used to tell me that the women of the subcontinent sold their jewelry to send whatever aid they could to help the Turkish brothers and sisters at that point in time. And this is something that has been passed on to us through the generations. Our elders have given us these stories as part of our inheritance. While growing up, we learn about the contribution that has been made over time and over decades. The Muslims of the subcontinent, when Pakistan did not exist, had this great feeling of brotherhood for their Turkish brothers and sisters. And I can very strongly state that that bond has gotten only stronger over the decades. And now it has converted into one of the strongest friendships one can witness. I have been very fortunate to have been part of various interactions and to have witnessed this partnership growing strong. And just before this 10th anniversary of the Democracy and National Unity Day, we have just returned from Istanbul. In testing times, both nations have not only stood by each other, but there's a people-to-people connection which has existed for decades and which shall continue to exist. And as I was just singing my national anthem aloud, so there is a line in the national anthem which says, Parchame Sitara o Hilal, Rahbari Tarakki o Kamal, which means that the flag with the star and the crescent is a symbol of prosperity and zenith of glory. So we share the same crescent and the same star, which is a sign of progress for both countries. Your Excellency, I would also like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to the leadership of His Excellency the President, Jamhur Bashkan Rajab Tayyip Erdogan, the way he has led the nation to economic prosperity, the way he has transformed the Turkish Republic over the many decades. And now we see Turkish not only as an economic power, but a military power. And that is the reason that the people were content and the people were ready to face any kind of difficulty, to stand up for their government and to stand up for their leader. And I just saw a glimpse of the FaceTime video of His Excellency the President. And that was a turning point when he addressed the nation. And he said that I'm coming to Istanbul and we will fight together to save our nation and to stand united. And that turning point led to scores of people coming out on the streets. And today, we remember the sacrifices of the 250 martyrs who fearlessly, with courage, with bravery, laid down their lives for the Turkish Republic. And those martyrs, their sacrifices did not go in vain. And as 10 years have passed, today, across the capitals of the world, including Islamabad,